Why do some cats live to 38? The surprising truth behind feline longevity. What if I told you that the oldest cat ever recorded lived to be 38? That's not a typo. 38 years. Her name was Creme Puff, and she lived in Austin, Texas with a man named Jake Perry. And no, it wasn't just luck or good genes. Jake claimed that Creme Puff's long life was the result of a very special lifestyle. A mix of turkey, eggs, broccoli, and a few drops of red wine every other day. Yes, wine. We're not saying you should start pouring Merlot for your tabby, but we are saying there's more to cat longevity than just luck. So here's the big question. Why do some cats thrive for decades while others struggle to reach 15? And more importantly, what can you do right now to add more healthy, happy years to your cat's life? Let's be honest. As cat parents, we all dread that moment. That vet visit where something small turns into something serious. That quiet day when they don't come running anymore. But science is catching up with that fear and giving us tools to push back. Today we'll walk through the most proven, practical, and surprisingly simple ways to help your cat live longer. And we'll start with the number one factor, nutrition. High-quality protein. Not a trend, a requirement. Cats are obligate carnivores, which means their bodies are literally designed to run on meat. No, not meat-flavored dry food. We're talking about real animal protein, chicken, turkey, fish. Why does this matter? Because as cats age, they naturally lose muscle mass, and muscle loss is one of the biggest predictors of early death in older cats. The fix? Feed your cat a diet where real meat is the first ingredient, and not packed with fillers like corn, wheat, or soy. Moisture. The kidney's best friend. Did you know that many cats don't drink enough water simply because they don't feel thirsty? In the wild, cats get most of their hydration through their prey, but in our homes, they're often left with dry kibble and a dusty water bowl. Result? A slow decline into kidney issues, one of the most common causes of death in cats over 10. How to fix it? Add water to dry food. Switch to wet food at least once a day. Consider a cat fountain. Cats love moving water. Hydration. Quercetin kidney protection. Jacksnu longer life. Nutritional supplements. The new frontier. As your cat ages, its ability to absorb nutrients declines. Even a good diet may not be enough. That's where supplements like omega-3 fatty acids from fish oil come in. They reduce inflammation, protect the brain, and support heart and joint health. But one of the most exciting discoveries in recent years is NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide, a molecule known for boosting cellular energy and slowing aging in humans, and now cats. Preliminary studies show that cats given NMN had better energy, sharper focus, less arthritis pain. Of course, consult your vet first, but the research is promising. Before we move on, let me ask you something. What's the one thing you've done that made your cat visibly happier or healthier? Drop it in the comments. Your idea might help another cat parent and save a life. The silent killer of cats. Is your cat overweight and stressed without you knowing? Here's something most cat parents don't realize. A cat that looks just a little chubby might be losing years of its life, quietly. We're talking about weight. Not the kind you obsess over in human fitness blogs, but the type of slow, invisible damage happening inside your cat right now. Studies show that overweight cats live 2 to 4 years less than cats with healthy body weight. And it's not just about looks. Fat produces inflammatory chemicals that accelerate aging, damage organs, and make your cat more prone to diabetes, arthritis, and heart issues. So ask yourself, when was the last time you checked your cat's waistline, not just for cuteness, but for health? What healthy weight really means. Many people think fluffy just means well-fed. But fat, especially around the belly, creates internal stress, literally. Want to know if your cat is at a healthy weight? Try this quick check. You should be able to feel but not see the ribs. From above, your cat should have a visible waist. When viewed from the side, there should be a gentle tuck behind the ribs. If your cat looks like a loaf of bread, it's time to rethink the feeding plan. Feeding like nature intended. In the wild, cats hunt 7 to 10 small meals a day, like mice. But in our homes, we feed them giant bowls once or twice a day, then wonder why they're gaining weight. This disrupts their natural metabolism and insulin response, encouraging fat storage. A better way? Use timed feeders to give 4 to 6 small portions throughout the day. Ensure a high protein to carb ratio in food, ideally 3.1 or more. Avoid indoor cat formulas high in grains, corn, and fillers. Still unsure? There are free apps that help calculate optimal feeding portions based on your cat's weight and activity level. Hidden stress. The aging. You can't see now. Let's talk about something even sneakier than fat. Stress. Yes, your cat is stressed, even if she naps all day and seems chill. Why? Because cats are wired as both predator and prey. That means their nervous systems are hypersensitive to change. A moved sofa, a new baby, loud guests, even your own anxiety. And here's the wild part. Chronic stress accelerates cellular aging by shortening telomeres, the little caps at the ends of DNA that protect against disease. A study from the University of Edinburgh showed cats under chronic stress aged 5 years faster at the cellular level than their calm counterparts. Think about that. Your cat could be biologically 12 while only being 7, just because she's quietly stressed. How to create a calm cat sanctuary. Want to protect your cat from invisible aging? Start with these simple changes. Set up multiple cozy micro-territories in your home. Use feline pheromone diffusers, proven to reduce stress and fighting in multi-cat homes. Play calming music when you're away. Don't force your cat to interact with guests or children. Keep a predictable routine. Meal times, playtimes, sleep spaces. And here's a big one. Manage your own stress. Cats mirror their humans. If you're anxious all the time, they feel it, even if they don't show it. Let's pause here. When your cat hides under the bed, is it shyness or unspoken stress? Drop an emoji in the comments if this made you rethink how your cat experiences your home. Is loving your cat enough if you're ignoring this one medical decision? You say you love your cat. You buy the best food, the softest bed, the cutest toys. But have you made the one choice that could literally save their life? We're talking about spaying or neutering. It's not just about no kittens. It's about your cat living longer, healthier, and with far fewer risks. The medical truth. About spaying and neutering, unspayed female cats are 7 times more likely to develop mammary tumors. Many of these are malignant. They also risk uterine infections, some of which are fatal if not treated quickly. Neutering males? It reduces the risk of testicular cancer to 0. It also lowers their tendency to roam and get into fights, which means fewer injuries, fewer car accidents, and fewer viral infections like FIV. Think of it like this. Spaying and neutering isn't just kindness, it's protection. A lifetime shield against suffering your cat can't explain. Stress is contagious, and it starts with you. Here's what most people never realize. Cats absorb your emotional state. If you're anxious, overworked, burned out, your cat can mirror that stress. A 2022 study showed that cat parents with high cortisol levels had cats with equally elevated stress markers, even when the environment was safe. It's called stress synchronization. That means your wellness, not their wellness. So ask yourself, are you managing your own stress? Because if you won't do it for yourself, maybe you'll do it for them. Build micro-territories for peace cats. Don't just want space, they want structured space. They need places they can claim, retreat to, and rotate through, just like they would in the wild. That means one water bowl and food source per cat, separate beds and litter boxes, quiet nooks with soft blankets, vertical levels, shelves, cat trees, so they can observe and feel safe. Especially in multi-cat homes, giving each cat their own zone reduces competition, anxiety, and even urinary tract issues. Imagine living in a studio apartment with 3 people and only 1 bathroom. That's your cat's life, unless you plan better. Should you get another cat? Wait, aren't cats solitary? Not always. Many cats actually thrive with feline companionship, especially if they're young or highly social. The key is gradual introduction. Use scent swapping, blankets, brushes. Keep the new cat in a separate room. At first, reward calm behavior with treats. Allow short, supervised interactions. A study found that well-matched cats who lived together had lower cortisol levels, improved immune responses, and engaged in more play and grooming, behaviors tied to mental stimulation and longevity. But remember, it's not about adding a cat. It's about adding the right cat and doing it the right way. Pause and reflect. If your cat had total freedom, would they live with you or leave? That question might sound harsh, but it's worth asking because building a peaceful, low-stress, enriched home is one of the most loving things you can do. Drop an emoji in the comments if this gave you a new idea to try. Your cat's brain is aging? Are you helping it fight back? Most people think of aging as a physical thing, but for cats, the brain often declines long before the body does. And here's the good news. Mental stimulation is the secret weapon, and it's one most cat parents forget. Brain games aren't optional. Their vital neuroscience has confirmed that cats continue generating new brain cells throughout their lives, but only if those brains are challenged. In a 2022 study, cats given puzzle feeders and rotating toys showed 40% more neural activity in memory-related regions than cats left unstimulated. That's not enrichment. It's cognitive protection. So ask yourself, does your cat ever have to think to get what they want? Or do you do all the thinking for them? Turn mealtime into a mission. In the wild, cats hunt. Indoors, they beg. That gap, it's killing their brain. Use work-to-eat strategies, puzzle feeders that require effort, food hidden in multiple locations, DIY cardboard mazes or foraging boxes. Let them solve to get food. Not only does it slow down eating, it activates the prefrontal cortex, keeping them mentally sharp. Even older cats benefit from simple problem solving. Just like humans doing crossword puzzles, the challenge keeps the mind young. Environmental rotation, the anti-boredom hack. Here's what many people don't realize. Cats don't need constant novelty, they need cyclical novelty. What does that mean? Rotating toys, bedding, and climbing structures every 3 to 4 days mimics the changing patterns of outdoor hunting grounds. This keeps cats curious, stimulated, and less prone to depression or apathy. Even switching windows or scent trails can refresh their brain's engagement with the world. Have you tried rearranging their environment lately? If not, it might be time for a little interior design therapy. Preventive healthcare. The years you can buy. Too many people only go to the vet when something's wrong, but by then, it may be too late. Annual or biannual checkups can catch early signs of kidney failure, thyroid disease, diabetes, oral infections that lead to organ damage. Early treatment can mean years added to your cat's life, and it prevents them from silently suffering in ways they can't express. When was your cat's last wellness exam? If it's been over a year, this is your sign. Don't skip dental. It's more serious than you think. Here's a fact few people know. Dental disease in cats can shorten their lifespan. Why? Because bacteria from infected gums can enter the bloodstream and damage the heart and kidneys. Regular brushing is ideal, but even dental treats, vet-approved gels, and annual cleanings make a big difference. Would you go a year without brushing your teeth? Then why let your cat? Custom longevity plans, because one size doesn't fit all different breeds. Different risks. Maine Coons, prone to heart disease. Siamese, higher respiratory issues. Persians, dental and kidney problems. Ragdolls, more likely to develop arthritis. That's why building a personalized health plan with your vet matters. It's not just care, it's strategy. Work with your vet to tailor nutrition, monitor early symptoms, schedule age-specific tests. You know your cat best, but a proactive vet can see what you might miss. Final thought, and a question for you. Your cat gave you their trust, their love, their life. Will you give them the same in return by learning, adjusting, and protecting what matters most? Drop a comment with a brain game your cat loves, your wellness tip, or even just their name, so we can celebrate them together. Here's to longer, brighter lives for all our furry friends.